Namo Buddhaya, Namo Amitabhaya. Hello everyone. So a comment which says if even evil people can attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, if at the end of their life they sincerely, single-mindedly recite the name of Amitabha Buddha even for 10 times. So why should we good people worry about not being reborn in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land? So you shouldn't be worried about not being able to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land if you are someone with sincere faith and vow. The sincere faith and vow are the most important. Whether you can attain rebirth or not, it depends on your sincere faith and vow. And what do I mean by sincere? It has to be real, it has to be true, it has to be unchanged. You deeply believe in Amitabha Buddha and his Pure Land, and you really want to go to his Pure Land, your faith and vow should be unchanged. If you are someone with sincere faith and vow now, and also this will not change till the end of your life, then your rebirth is definitely guaranteed. When you might be worried about not being able to attain rebirth, it's your faith and vow haven't yet been established. For evil people, yes, at the end of their life, if they can encounter a good teacher who teaches them about Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land, and instantly they generate faith, vow, and Nianfo, all the three provisions, all at once at the end of the life, then they can also attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. If they can single-mindedly recite Amitofo, this is also a form of repentance. It's like they take the change of heart and they want to go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. They know that what they have done is wrong. For instance, like the rebirth case of Zhang Shanhe from the Tang Dynasty, which I shared in the rebirth case playlist. He was a slaughterman and he slaughtered cows throughout his life. And at the end of the life, the hell appeared, and there was a monk who walked past his house, and the monk told him to recite Amitabha Buddha sincerely, to vow to attain rebirth in the Pure Land, and he did that immediately, and the hell scene disappeared, and the Pure Land scene appeared, so he attained rebirth successfully in the Pure Land. Now, you shouldn't think that this kind of situations happen a lot of times. Usually for evil people at the end of their life, they're so traumatized by what they had done. All these really horrifying things appeared. And most of them do not actually have the good causes and condition to encounter a good teacher to tell them about Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. How many people in the world knows and actually believes in Amitabha Buddha and his Pure Land? So this is quite rare. And not only that, it is also rare for the evil person to generate faith, vow, and Nianfo all of a sudden. Even if they encounter someone who tells them about Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land, they may not believe. Even if they believe, they may not be able to Nianfo. Even for many Buddhists, they don't even believe in Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. So it's not that easy for evil people who have committed lots of evil deeds and at the end of their life to encounter someone to tell them Nianfo, to believe in it, to want to go to the Pure Land. So this is actually the reflection of their good karma, good causes and conditions, good blessings, but which only got matured at the end of their life. So you shouldn't think this happens often in daily life. This is maybe like 1 in a million. So for evil people to actually get the good causes and conditions to encounter a good teacher at the end of their life and to Nianfo and want to go to the Pure Land, this is actually quite rare. And that's why we shouldn't think, oh, we can just commit evil in our daily life. No, you shouldn't think that. If you are a Buddhist, you encounter the Dharma now, you should cultivate good. Remember the 9 grades of rebirth. The better you cultivate, the higher grade of rebirth you will attain in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. And if you are someone with firm faith and vow, then you shouldn't be worried about your rebirth. Your rebirth is guaranteed if your faith and vow are unchanged, sincere and real. Right? When you might have to worry about your rebirth is maybe first your faith is not established. Your faith is not really sincere. Sometimes you believe in it, sometimes you don't. Maybe most of the time you don't. You have doubts. Is this real? Is Amitabha Buddha real? Is the Pure Land real? You are selective in your belief in the Buddha's teachings. So many sutras the Buddha told us about Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. You still find this difficult to believe. Also a lack of good roots and blessings and merit from your past. For people with very good roots, merit and blessings, if they hear this Dharma, they will believe in it instantly. This is the reflection of this person's good roots, merit and blessings, also due to their cultivation from the past. Another situation where you might be concerned about your rebirth is that your vow is not sincere. This is also common even for Nianfo practitioners. So they have faith, they believe in Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land, but at the end of their life, when it's really time for them to leave this world, and all of a sudden they don't want to go. Why they don't want to go? Because maybe they're too attached to their family, to their children, to their grandchildren. They just cannot let go of the things in the Saha world. So they don't want to go to the Pure Land. All of a sudden they want to prolong their life here. So they might Nianfo, but not with the vow to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. They Nianfo with the vow to want to prolong their life here. This is very dangerous. If your lifespan is up and you don't have this vow to go to the Pure Land, then you can't go to the Pure Land. So you don't resonate with Amitabha Buddha's vow. Amitabha Buddha will not come to receive you. So this is also a lack of faith in Amitabha Buddha, a lack of belief, not believe that the Pure Land is really trillion-fold better than the Saha world, this suffering world that we live in. So this is also common for Nianfo practitioners. Although they have faith, they have practice, but they don't really have sincere vow. I have also seen some Nianfo practitioners at the end of their life, all of a sudden they Nianfo not with the vow to go to the Pure Land, but they Nianfo to want to get better, to want to prolong their life here. So this is contrary to Amitabha Buddha's vow. If your lifespan is not up, even if you Nianfo with the vow to go to the Pure Land, Amitabha Buddha will not come to receive you. If you still have more life here, more time here, then you may be killed. So you shouldn't be worried. At any time, your vow needs to be firm and sincere. No matter what happens to you, you should have this faith and you should vow to go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. And Amitabha Buddha will only come to pick you at the right time. When your time here is finished, then he will come to pick you. Don't worry that he will come now. If you're still young and know that you still got more life here, you don't have to worry about that. So really fully entrusted yourself in Amitabha Buddha, fully have this firm faith and vow to want to go to the Pure Land. If you are someone who has already established unchanged faith and vow now, and you Nianfo, your rebirth is guaranteed. I know my rebirth is guaranteed. I have no worry, zero doubt. Why? Because my firm faith and vow are unchanged. At any moment, in any instance, no matter what happens, it's always going to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. I always have this faith and vow. If I can go now, I will go now. But if you haven't got this firm faith and vow, this is where you may have to work on your faith and vow to establish firm faith and vow, and you practice Nianfo. The grade of rebirth depends on our level of cultivation. Remember, whether we can go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land or not entirely depends on our faith and vow. With firm faith and vow, at the end of your life, even 10 recitations of Nianfo, you can go. Without firm faith and vow, you cannot go. But if you have firm faith and vow and your Nianfo is very diligent, then you can attain higher grade of rebirth. Okay, so There are 9 grades of rebirth, which we have a video on this sutra, and you can go and read about it. And in the future, I'll also expound this sutra in more details. Okay, so may all beings attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land and liberate from all sufferings in life in one lifetime. Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Amituofo.